Welcome to Eliana's Hope. My name is Mickey Jacobs, and I am here to encourage, empower, and enlighten your spirit being through body and mind oneness. I want to thank you for joining me again. Yay! Second video in a very long time. This is awesome. So it feels good to be back on and speaking with you again. I just wanted to give you, the last video I did was, why do I do what I do? So that was part one. Here's part two. Yeah, so like I said in the first video, there's a lot of things, there were a lot of defining moments for me within my business, within finding and gaining my purpose and my passions. So there were a lot of defining moments. So I explained one where that kind of brought me into my health and wellness. I want to explain the other. After having my daughter, I was dealing with a lot, going through a lot, trying to figure out who and what I was. I am a graduate of North Carolina State University. Yes, hold it up. And so, you know, when you leave college, you have so many expectations and so many like dreams and goals, and I'm going to make so much money and I'm going to do all of this stuff. And I was finding a really hard time finding a job. And people don't tell you about that, you know, and I had this new baby, and I was not able to land a job. It didn't matter what the job was, whether it was a chemistry job or, you know, applying to be a janitor. I was not getting the job. And so that really did something to me. It put me in a place of, what in the world am I here for? I'm just wasting space. And these have been feelings that I've had as a child growing up. And so it just came back full force. And so one day, this one eventful day, I think I just had enough. I was exhausted. I was tired. I was at my breaking point, you know, and yeah, I was at my breaking point. And I cried out to God. I cried out to God, and I was on the floor, wasn't even on my knees. I had passed my knees. I was literally face down on the floor, splatted out as if I had done a belly flop in the pool. Like I was face down. I was crying a guttural cry, you know, a cry that you don't get often, but you know those come to Jesus cries that you have when certain things happen and certain experiences that just take you to a different level. And that was the moment. And I was in despair. I was like, God, why did you create me? What is the purpose of me being on this earth? You know, you just wasted space on me. I am just a failure. I can't do anything right. I can't, you know, I'm messing up. I'm depending on people, and I'm not being able to help myself out. And it was just a lot. And, you know, my daughter, she was actually a little toddler, and my daughter is trying to like scrape me up off the ground, and she's like trying to lift my head up, and she's saying, "Mommy, mommy." And I couldn't get up. I could not get up. It was one of those cries that I needed to have. It was one of those cries that just had to get out. And no matter how many times I tried to stop crying, more tears came. It was as if I was just a well of water, and I just had unlimited access of water. It was very exhausting. And I'm crying, and I'm like, in a sense, cursing God as why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why am I here? And silently, I heard him say, "Do you believe that I died for you?" And it took me off guard. At first I was like, what? I was like, did I say that? Like, do I believe, what? What in the world? And so he said it again. Do you believe I died for you? Do you believe I died for you? And I said yes, and I said it silently. I said it under my breath. And he said, do you believe I died for you? As if he wanted me to hear myself say it out loud. And so I said, yes, yes. And he said, if you believe that I died for you, why would you think that you were anything other than my child? Why would you think that you were anything other than great? Why would you think that you were anything less than purposed, divinely purposed? And I stopped crying. I stopped crying. And he said, get up and do the work. And it was at that moment where I realized, you know, I grew up in the Christian faith, you know. I grew up knowing God. I grew up, you know, hearing about Jesus and God. And so this was my moment as an adult. You know, now I had been taught as a child these things. Now I had to put them into practice. Do you really believe what the word says? Do you really believe that you are his child, that you are his daughter? And if so, then you should know that God is an amazing God who wants the best for you. And he wants an abundant life for you. And there's nothing else. There's nothing else but that. And I was like, there we are. And so from there, I started to do the work. And so why I do what I do, so the reason I'm telling you this story, is because I've been there. I was there where I thought I was a waste of space. I was there where I thought that I couldn't amount to anything, that I wasn't going to do anything. I was just going to have a miserable life, and I was going to always struggle, and I was going to always be a burden to everyone around me. I went through that. I saw that. I experienced that. And God turned it around for me, and he helped me realize that that is so far from the truth. And that is my mission. I need for people, women, children, to know that you are definitely purposed. Everything that I do within Eliana's Hope, everything that I do within, hopefully within my life, I believe I am a supporter and an encourager by nature. But everything that I do is just to uplift and encourage other people, because we have enough going on in this world. There's nothing wrong with having more people in your life that are here to uplift and support you, versus the opposite. So that's why I do what I do, because I don't want anyone living or feeling like they're not here for a reason. I don't want anyone feeling like they're not purposed. I don't want anyone feeling like God doesn't have a divine plan for you on this earth. He brought you here. You are his child. You are definitely here for a reason. Start to believe that and start to know that, and everything is going to turn around. So thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you understand and you can grasp a little bit more of me, and how I tick, why I do the things that I do. I hope to see you very, very soon. Thank you so much. And as always, stay blessed. This is Eliana's Hope.